welcome back. I think I finished this part. Oh, I just ordered a Jersey Mike sub and they told me, your sub's on the way. That's cool, that's cool. I was thinking about Bliss is Bliss more that I mentioned yesterday. My opinion, I don't know, I remember hearing a debate about that once, like, is it better to know or not to know? Like this super vague question, and then two people are like, oh, it's better to know. Oh, it's better not to know. So the example they gave for if it's better to know, to not to know, is Oedipus. It's a pretty good example. He marries his mom and kills his dad, and then once he figures it out, what he did, I think he like hangs himself in a cave and he like pecks his eyes out or something. So it was like, well, it would have been better for Oedipus not to know that stuff, right? He could have lived a happy life with his mom if he didn't know. Would have been fine. I think my take is that on a personal level, like personal stuff, I think sometimes it can be better to not know. I think it would have been okay for Oedipus. Like he couldn't live with knowing. But if he didn't know, he could have had a happy life. And isn't that what we all want to do? Who cares what the truth is? On a personal level, if we're all just trying to be happy, but I think on a global, on a bigger scale, we have to know. Like, we have to know about global warming. We have to know about poverty. We have to know about all the big bad stuff. We can't ignore it. So that's my take on it. Bliss is bliss. Bliss is not nothing. Whenever you hear that saying, you're like, ignorance is bliss, you're like, oh, that's bad, because ignorance is bad. Sometimes it is, and sometimes ignorance is bad, and sometimes bliss is nice. Sometimes bliss is nice. Bliss is bliss. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. Hello. But yeah, sorry, Dalton. I probably won't read any of your... Oh, I could read. I mean, if you want me to. I could read your comments, but I'll just reply to them, because I guess this is my last day, and I'm talking a lot here. So... Oh, I could sell that. I could sell that for sure. And then I can buy another node. What the heck? So yeah, I should talk about the... Oh yeah, I didn't mention another thing I did this week. I did the book club. Where's the book? Oh, it's over there. Big Magic. So the Social Anxiety Bestie podcast. I'm in their Patreon, so I've never done a Patreon before. I've never really been like, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I wanted to do a book club, and the only way to do the book club was to be in the Patreon. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I'll support this podcast that I like. And I'm not supposed to go that way. It went well. It was interesting because we only talked for about a half an hour, and I had a ton of notes. I was like, I could talk for like 2 hours on this book. Uh-oh, somebody's calling me. Is that Jersey Mike? Jersey Mike. But I did a decent job. I talked about improv, so we didn't really talk about the book too much, but we talked about like questions from the book, like about creativity. So we talked about like, oh, what's one thing that you did that was creative or that you pushed yourself to do? And I talked about improv both times. So I went to both. There was two. I felt a little bit self-conscious about that because I thought you were supposed to go to both, but apparently it's like, oh, some people go to one and some people go to the other one. And I was like the only person who went to both. But it was fine. I mean, nobody cared. I know that. It's nice to have social anxiety friends because they give you opportunities to talk. I feel like that's something that's very helpful to me, is like for somebody to say like, Anthony, what do you think? I know it's hard because that always used to stress me out. But I do have a hard time like interjecting when I do have something to say. I'm always afraid like, okay, somebody's talking and then there's like a little bit of silence, so I could talk, but like, well, the second I'm going to talk, somebody else is going to talk. I know it, and I'm going to talk over them. It always happens.
Isaac, come in. Kendra's right.
And it did happen.
I'll need your help to fix this.
I think, yeah, it did happen during the book club.
Kendra, if you
I only talked like 3 times, and one of the times I like talked over somebody.
When were you going to tell
And the other 2 times, someone directly asked me a question.
I don't know anything about that. It's referenced in the captain's
I always
records.
wait
They
too
brought it up
long
from the
to
planet.
talk, and then it's like, somebody else talks, and
They
like,
think it's of alien origin, but I don't know what the hell it is.
Really? CEC didn't know anything
But
about
yeah,
your
I
lies.
talked for a couple minutes about improv,
I am not the bad guy here. I'll shake you right
and
now.
it felt nice because like,
But I don't know anything about it.
I actually had a good, interesting thing to say.
We've entered the debris field. Get to the captain's
And I was able to talk about it. I was like, oh, improv is really hard. It took me a long time to get anywhere near anything like this. But it's very helpful, specifically for social anxiety people. I feel like it's a really good thing to do if you can get there. It's nice work if you can get it. Hey, what are you doing? Oh. So yeah, we did that on Saturday and then on Thursday for about a half an hour each, and it went really well. And I did talk a little bit about the book. I mentioned the fear thing, which I really liked. The idea of keeping fear with you, but like keeping it in the back seat. That's probably my favorite takeaway, and I mentioned that. How like people who look out. People who like extinguish their fear are terrible people. The way you become a good person is to always keep the fear with you, but to just not let it drive. Because then you won't do anything. But like, I guess you could say it's kind of like empathy. That's kind of what empathy is to keep fear with you, but to not let it control you, so like you're aware of other people's fears and anxieties and sensitivities about things, because your fear keeps you connected to those things. And if you get rid of that fear, that's when you're just like doing whatever and you don't care about anybody else. And you're Steven Crowder. I didn't say that part, but I kind of wanted to. Oh, this is the thing, I think. Level 3 suit, level 3 suit, level 3 suit. I need that. I'm gonna drop, stop, drop. is the part with the thing. Oh no, never mind.
Isaac. Damn, you scared me.
Oh really? The ship with zombies on it is making you jumpy? You know what? I'm a little bit jumpy too.
Anything about a marker or anything else. This is supposed to be a repair mission. Plain and simple.
Frrr.
This mess.
Can you shoot him? No, you can't shoot him.
Asteroid defense system.
No, I didn't think so. I tried to shoot him.
Power routing is shot.
That's always interesting because it's like the only time where the character doesn't do what you tell him to. I'm like, okay, shoot him. Ooh, Isaac. He's become self-aware. He's making his own decisions. He put the gun down
By the way,
when I told him to shoot. That's a direct order. You shoot him.
saw something out there. I don't know what.
Did you just disobey a direct order? Okie dokie. I should talk more about my job. I just have a tiny note that, like, I really like my job. And sometimes I feel like I'm a soldier back from war. Because, all the people, sometimes, I mean, they're good. But sometimes they'll complain, like, oh, I had all this work to do. And I'm like, you guys don't understand how good this job is. Like, I was in the shit. I was in Vietnam.
Stand back. Oh, that one was dead when I sealed the pod. These things don't.
That's how I feel, as like a soldier coming back from war and being like, you guys doing like all your groceries and all your day-to-day things. Like, I was killing people. You don't know what it's like. Like, my last job was awful. This is so much better. There's a scene in The Walking Dead like that where Sasha is at this party and everybody's like talking and chatting, and one of the characters says, like, what's your favorite food, Sasha? What should I make you for dinner tomorrow? And Sasha's like, I don't know, just make me whatever. And she's like, no, I'm worried that I'll make you something you won't like. And then Sasha, like, explodes on her, and she's like, that's what you're worried about? We were just out there killing zombies for the past 5 years, and you're worried about casseroles. I like that scene. I feel like Sasha's face during that is like a gif, because she's like, wait, slow him down. Oh, go. Slow down. Ooh, we're gonna do this. I feel like that's what you're supposed to do. Okay, let's kill this guy. For first timers. Yeah, slow him down, and then go around. Slow him down, go around. Shoot his freaking leg. Oh, is he dead? That was easy. Too easy. All too easy. Okie dokie.
Make this whole again.
I will not. I will do no such thing. Who said that? Okay, I think that's it for this week, right? Let's upgrade our gun. For fun. Let's upgrade our gun for fun. I need the HP thing. There we go. Give me the HP. Thank you. Let's upgrade. Can I upgrade ya? Sure. Sorry I'm not using the other guns, like the flamethrower or whatever, but I'll get it later. I want to get the level 3 suit. Okay. Let's do it. I think there's a bad guy here. Maybe. Okay. Can I afford it? It's 20,000. What can I sell? I'm close. I'm sure. Let's get it. Okay, that'll be it for the day. What's it look like? Oh, now he's got 3 things on his face. Right? I think that's what it is. Now he's got like 3 visors. Yeah. Cool. Okie dokie. Okay, good week, guys. And I'm gonna go tonight to the improv. And hopefully the microphone worked. Who knows? Looks like it's working. You wanna see it? It's the blue snowball. Whoa. Can you see it? I don't know how to fix this. It's like swiveling. Oh, that's annoying.